Hey everyone. Boy, it's been a couple of weeks. I am so sorry. I'd love to be able to tell you that the reason that I didn't come online and do my videos is because I was writing frantically or publishing something or editing at a great pace, and that's not actually the case. I missed a couple of weeks because I got my first COVID shot and it laid me kind of low for a few days. Um, and I just have been going crazy with gardening and other outdoor stuff. So, again, this is another do as I say, not as I do video because I really haven't done a lot okay. I will confess, I have done no writing in the past week and a half, and I did very little before that. Sorry, guys. I know I should be writing more, but I just have not been making the time for it. My world has been really crazy this spring, um, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm looking forward to getting my second shot and going camping with my friends, and so many fun things coming up. Um, my first real camping event is happening almost exactly 2 weeks after my last shot, so I won't have to wear a mask, and I mean, we're gonna be outside anyway, but I'm really excited that I'll have some time to be with a group of people because I haven't done a lot of that, but a group of people that I know really well because I have social anxiety. So yeah, there's that. Um, on a completely different note, I wanted to talk this week about um, contracting to do work and um, the things that can sometimes happen. So, um, you guys know I did some talks for libraries, and I've done some writing for people over the years. And recently, um, I did some work for someone, for a group, and I'm not going to say who because I don't, this is not meant as a shaming thing. Well, I mean, it is to a certain extent, but I want it to be more informational to you guys. Um, I had a group contract me to do something, and I provided them with the information that they needed, which is from my publisher. And having done that, um, they attempted to pay me privately, which is not really kosher because they were saying that I should do something under the table, and that's not cool. Um, I mean, that's just not cool. I'm very above board with the things that I do, especially as it relates to my writing. And everything is set up in a particular way with my bookkeeper and my publisher. And I do what they tell me because they're the experts in that. I'm the expert at writing, they're the expert with the money. And because of the type of group that I was working with, I made an assumption that they would eventually get around to doing things. And so I went ahead and did the work for them, even though I hadn't been paid yet. And unfortunately for everybody else out there, that's the last time that's ever going to happen, because they didn't pay. They continued to try and defraud me by not paying. They kept trying to send me a private check to me instead of to my publisher. They tried to cut my publisher out, and eventually I had to turn it over and step out completely. And I guess my publisher wrote them a nasty letter telling them that you can't defraud the IRS. They don't like that. Um, as an author and as anything else, okay, a painter, an office worker, a person who flips burgers, whatever, you deserve to be paid. I deserve to be paid. If you do work, you deserve to be paid. I did work. And the fact that I have spent 2 months, 2 full months fighting to get paid for something that I already provided really just kind of shook my personal gumption. So I'm here to tell you that I really hope that you will do what you need to do to protect yourself. If you are writing and you are making money, go out and get yourself a bookkeeper. You don't need to pay to have somebody do like work for you every day, okay? But pay somebody and submit your stuff to them every month and keep up on it. And if they tell you to do something in a particular way, they are the people who do your taxes and submit it. So they're the ones whose butts are on the line. So they're going to do it right. Because if they get it wrong, they don't just lose you, they lose their whole business. There's a reason that I employ a bookkeeper. And it's worth every penny, let me tell you. Because when stuff like this happens, they can do things like go after them to get the money. And I'm sad and disheartened that it came to that. And I'm even more upset because my publisher forwarded me the letter that they sent back to him. And it was really rude. Really rude. And I mean, they're like, well, we'll never deal with you again. You know, Allyson is no longer going to do anything for us. And I'm like, damn straight. I wouldn't have been doing anything for you to begin with because you didn't pay me. So, payment in advance. Make sure everything is above board. Always run everything through your bookkeeper. Or if you have a publisher and they have a bookkeeper, you do it that way. Whatever, but I mean, be consistent, okay? The more consistent you are with this kind of stuff, if it's ever brought into question and you have to go to court over something, you can say, hey, look, I have done this the same way for umpteen years. I have never changed. Why would I change for this one account? And it's a cover your ass thing, I totally admit, but it's also just frankly, you deserve to get paid for work that you do. And if you have to spend hours and hours of your personal time running after somebody to get them to pay you for something that you've already done, they should have to pay for that time too. Okay? I could have been using that time for something else. Not that I was this past 2 weeks, but in theory, that could have taken away. And in the past, like especially during NaNoWriMo, if I've had to run after somebody, that takes away from my writing time directly. And the writing time is worth real money for me. So yeah, no, not acceptable. Anyway, it's a short one this week. But the world is good, and hopefully you'll see some stuff from me fairly regular now. I apologize for the time off. And I love you guys, and, take care, hydrate, eat well, and I'll check in with you next Monday, okay? Bye.